Nuts. Got him. Got him.
And if you want to be de-influenced from Coachella, just look at Justin Bieber's Coachella performance, because Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that?
Justin Bieber's Coachella performance was so lazy, y'all. When he wasn't standing, he was sitting. I stayed up to 3 o'clock and I was like, I need to go to bed. Like, I'm so bored. The man didn't have any energy. The man wasn't dancing. The man wasn't even hype. And people paid thousands of dollars for this. Like, you could have sat on your living room couch and had the same feeling.
What's up, broskies? Welcome back to another EDZ video. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about something out of the ordinary, and this one is actually kind of confusing depending on where your view is. Well, I'm talking about the whole Justin Bieber Coachella 2026 performance situation. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect a drama like this. Like, it's kind of surprising, but in a way it's not. Because the Justin Bieber 2026 performance at Coachella is already being a big thingy, because that's what Coachella is. Well, what people saw was something way more died down, weirdly simple, and honestly unexpected for the headliner. And that's exactly why the internet exploded. So let's break this down properly, because the full story is way more interesting than the clips you probably saw. Alright, here's what actually happened. During Bieber's Coachella 2026 set, people expected a huge headline performance, dances, visuals, full stage productions, and the usual festival chaos. But instead, a big part of the show was very minimal. At certain points, Justin Bieber was on stage with a laptop, playing and listening to his old music while also singing along live.
Nuts. Got him. Got him.
This is crazy, you know. These damn paparazzi, man, I don't know if it's really clocking to them. Like, these guys just won't leave me alone, bro.
I'm a dad, I'm a husband.
I'm a
You're
husband.
not getting it. It's not clocking to you.
It's not fucking clocking to
It's
me,
not
bro.
clocking to you that I'm standing on business.
I'm standing on business, bro.
I don't give a
So as you can see, this was Justin Bieber's Coachella performance, if you didn't know, by the way. If you're thinking that him playing some video from years ago or something, that he was just like, kind of like chilling and performing to like his usual performance. I don't even know if he even performs, tell me. I don't even know a lot about Justin Bieber. But yeah, this was Coachella, the big music convention where you gonna see artists. That was Justin Bieber's performance, by the way. He was on his laptop playing memes. He was on his laptop during Coachella and playing memes in front of thousands and millions of people, probably, which is really crazy, because some people found the performance boring, because Coachella costs like a lot of money. And guess how much they paid Justin Bieber for this performance? They paid him like $10 million to go on his laptop and play memes. Like $10 million for what? Yeah, basically saying it's all no, but whatever. Yeah, like what? He was paid $10 million, by the way. Just keep that in mind, alright? That's what he was doing. Basically on his laptop, playing memes or videos and playing his old song, which might be nostalgic, but people found that really boring.
Boring.
So it wasn't like he wasn't performing at all. It just wasn't what anyone expected. Some clips show him sitting or standing in a more relaxed setup with songs playing through screens and him performing in a much more strict back way. And the internet saw that one angle and immediately ran with it. Because if you're seeing a 10 to 15 second clip with no context, it can look like, wait, is this part of the performance or is it just a joke? And that's where everyone started spiraling. This is where the reactions started coming in. People weren't just reacting to the performance itself, they were reacting to what they thought it meant.
Last night, Justin Bieber performed at Coachella, and not only is the internet completely divided, the comparisons between him and Sabrina Carpenter have begun. When Sabrina performed the night before, she gave a full production of costumes, choreography, theatrics. Following night, Justin Bieber, the highest paid performer to ever hit the Coachella stage, comes out in a hoodie, a laptop, playing old videos and singing alongside them. People are losing it, saying he's lazy AF. This is embarrassing. If a female would have done the same, she would have gotten dragged for it. The part that I think people are missing is that while this is what they were likely expecting to happen at Coachella, this hasn't been Bieber in a very long time. While Bieber doesn't really perform as much anymore, we've seen that he is not the choreography guy anymore. He is not the 10 outfit changes. He showed us exactly who he now is as a performer, stripped down and bare at the Grammys, not even with a band behind him, but him playing his own instruments. This is who Justin Bieber wants to be as an artist right now, minimal and just him. Also know that Justin Bieber had sold his catalog, distanced himself from everybody on his team, including firing Scooter Braun, who was the person that discovered him and was his manager. Obviously on a healing journey, and I think part of it is trying to figure out what kind of artist he wants to be. I do think there's a deeper meaning of Justin Bieber not performing his OG songs on his own, but singing alongside them on YouTube. I think the message is, while I'm not this artist anymore, I still have love and appreciation for where I started. I actually think him singing the songs on his own without hearing Baby Justin and the way we know these songs to be sang, it wouldn't have hit the same. Call this laziness is not understanding art, because it's not laziness. To me, it's reflection. This is somebody looking at who they were versus who they are now in real time in front of millions of people, and that I think is incredibly healing. No, you didn't have to like his performance, but comparing it to Sabrina Carpenter's doesn't make sense because they are in such different stages in their career.
Because when you hear Coachella headliner, massive paycheck, rumored to be about $10 million, holy shit, and then you see a laptop on stage, well, you immediately begin to think, okay, something doesn't add up here. But if you think about it, this situation is more complicated than you probably think. Because what Justin Bieber did at Coachella wasn't a traditional pop concert set. It was more of a concept style performance, blending in nostalgia and a simple set and live vocals. But TikTok doesn't care about Nuance. It just sees laptop, screen visuals, minimal movements, and comes to the conclusion that he didn't perform, even though that wasn't fully accurate.
And if you want to be de-influenced from Coachella, just look at Justin Bieber's Coachella performance, because Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? The man literally got paid $10 million to stand on the stage, mimic memes, and read the screen karaoke style. Listen, I'm not saying this to devalue the impact that this man has obviously had on the industry. This guy is literally considered to be one of the main or only real pop boys left on this planet, especially in terms of how iconic he's been throughout the past 20, 30 years. Please don't think that I'm saying that his work is not good or that he's not talented or that he doesn't have good music, because I actually enjoy quite a few of his songs. But for God's sake, if Doechii, if Taylor Swift, if Beyonce were to come to Coachella and give this sort of half-assed performance, the incels on Twitter would be blowing up that entire app. They would be calling them every single misogynistic word underneath the sun. They would be trying to get their careers absolutely obliterated from this planet. With respect, let's be honest, there is a double standard here. Like, even if you are a Justin Bieber fan, you cannot lie. There is a double standard when it comes to him and other female artists, at least when it comes to this specific Coachella performance or Coachella in general. You cannot lie. Please look inwards and be honest with yourselves. Please, can we be honest that the quality is just not there?
So yeah, I understand her perspective, because like, how can you be a Justin Bieber fan, went up to go and see Justin Bieber? I don't know if he performed last year, tell me. I don't really know about Coachella that much, if I'm being honest. But seeing Justin Bieber go on his laptop, it's really crazy though. Because she's right though. Because if any other artist, especially female artists, because I don't know why people are unequal to females. If a female artist go up on stage and just post on a laptop, yeah, they'll be good. Their career is gonna be over. Like like Chaperone, right? You see what they did to her career? People were hating on her because of that single mistake, which wasn't even proven to be her in the first place. You can go check out my video on that topic, but like, people are just unfair to other artists and just glaze one artist when they don't really provide that much effort, because he didn't really like provide that much effort because he was paid $10 million, bro. $10 million. So here's where things started to get out of hand. Someone clips the moment, then someone else is reposting with a caption like $10 million for this. Then another person adds a reaction, Coachella is cooked. Then another video breaks it down for 3 minutes explaining why it's lazy. And suddenly, it stops being about the actual performance and it becomes an argument. And the more it gets reposted, the more extreme the opinions became. Some people said it was disrespectful to fans. Others said it was artistic and misunderstood, and both sides started talking past each other. Yeah, I understand the both perspectives, but this situation is really crazy, bro. This is the part where it gets interesting, because depending on how you look at it, the performance can mean two completely different things. On one hand, yeah, it was minimal compared to the typical Coachella headliners. No giant heavy set, no non-stop movement, no overwhelming stage production. So if your expectation was on a high energy festival show, it probably feels overwhelming. But on the other hand, a lot of people argued it wasn't meant to be that kind of performance. Instead, it leaned into a more stripped down idea, almost like reflecting on his past music career, revisiting the old times, letting the songs and nostalgia carry the performance. So when people call it lazy, they're reacting to the expectation, not necessarily the intention. And that gap between expectation and intention is where the whole internet argument lives. The funny thing is, this probably wouldn't be a big deal if TikTok didn't exist. Am I right?
Shut your fucking mouth!
Because what really pushed this into a viral territory was clipped moments without context, exaggerated captions, reaction videos, side-by-side comparison with other performers, and hot take commentary everywhere. So instead of seeing the full performance, people saw fragments of it, and fragments are easy to misinterpret, especially when you're dealing with a huge artist just like Justin Bieber at a massive event like Coachella. It basically turned into a debate where everyone was reacting to different versions of the same thing, which, yes, because when I saw that performance that was on his laptop, I didn't even know that he actually performed or sang. I thought that that's what the whole performance was about, him just being on the laptop. So I didn't really know, so I did more research. I went on YouTube, I put the pieces together, and now I know that that was not the full performance. So now I have context. But most people probably don't even have the context to the full performance, which makes them just one-sided. And I think the bigger picture here is we're in a point where performances aren't just in real life anymore. They are just through 10-second clips, cropped angles, edited reactions, and viral captions. So even something that might make sense in full context can look completely different online. And once the internet forms an opinion, it spreads faster than the original intent ever can. That's exactly what happened here. So before we end this video, I saw a new drama that had to do with Sabrina Carpenter, that she was being rude on stage. I don't know what is happening to the 2026 Coachella and all these dramas surrounding it. Tell me if you want to see me talk about that situation. I don't know. I just saw it and I was like, what the hell? So yeah, I want to hear from you guys. When you saw the clips of the Coachella performance, what did you think? Did it look underwhelming to you, or do you think people completely misunderstood what he was trying to do on stage? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
A lot of you are asking me to talk about Justin Bieber's performance at Coachella, and I just don't think that you're going to like what I have to say. So when it comes to the comments that Zara Larsson made and the broader discussion that we're having about men not being held to the same standard as women artists, I think in general, that is a great point. If this were about Benson Boone, that'd be one thing. But we're not talking about Benson Boone. We're not talking about male performers in general. We're talking specifically about Justin motherfucking Bieber. I mean this in the most respectful way as someone that has always liked Zara Larsson. Like, I was listening to her like from the jump. Of course Zara couldn't get away with that. Because Zara is not Justin Bieber. She's not the pop culture phenomenon that he is. Sure, Sabrina Carpenter's production level was crazy and she gave a great performance. And if she did what Justin Bieber did, no, it wouldn't be acceptable. But she's not Justin Bieber. Do you know what nuance at its core is often about? Understanding that as accurate as some broad generalizations are occasionally times where the specifics of a situation will change its context. Zara Larsson said it's giving YouTube and smoke. He's allowed to do that. Not every artist has earned that. Sorry. And Katy Perry has the audacity to joke about at least there aren't ads in this performance because of YouTube. To me, it seems like someone's a little bitter that they don't have the star power required to justify that kind of performance. I swear, I try so hard. Katy Perry continues to be so highly unlikable. If you want to hear me explain more about what I mean, I'm working on a longer video over where you can watch. But at its core, this is actually more about recognizing the dynamics of trauma than it is artistry. Here we go, me talking about the difference between art and entertainment. Some people just want to be impressed and some people want to be a part of a moment. And I know some of my personal feelings of modern day fandoms is coming into play. If you don't like something, you're allowed to not like it. You don't have to justify you not liking it by insisting that something is lazy or that's not art. We have seen Justin on this path of healing. It should not be surprising to you. Justin is evolving as a person and as an artist. Like, some of you guys just want the old Justin, just like some of you guys want the old Beyonce. I just feel like we're losing the ability to hold multiple truths at the same time. We need to be able to acknowledge that some things just aren't for us, but that doesn't mean that they're not valuable. Some of you guys felt like Justin was just doing karaoke the same way that you thought when he was performing Yukon in his underwear that that was just lazy and disrespectful. We talk so much bullshit about trying to change the landscape of these parasocial relationships. Look what happened to Britney, yada, yada, yada. Until you actually have to see what processing your own personal trauma through art might look like. It might not be as exciting. It might not be as entertaining. The fact that some of you guys cannot see the poignancy of him on stage harmonizing with his younger self after everything he's been through, he's quite literally doing internal family systems work. Literally talking to his inner child. It just feels like some of you guys are allergic to thinking, allergic to symbolism. Everything is so literal now. People think that if they don't like something, it must not be art. It's so presumptuous and narcissistic of you. Again, if you disliked his performance, I want to talk to you all day. But if you're on the bandwagon of not liking it and thinking that it was just lazy, it wasn't art, it wasn't valuable, then I don't think you're really a fan. I'm sorry, I don't think you're really a fan. Finally doing the work of healing that we always wanted him to do, and now that he's doing in public, he's getting criticized for it. And some of y'all's reaction to his performance literally proves the point. You're part of the reason why he ended up the way he did. Dance, monkey, dance, monkey. I love Zara Larsson. I'm not saying that she's not just as talented as Justin, but as far as public relationship goes with a celebrity, don't use Justin Bieber as a reason to validate your whole point about women having it harder in the showbiz industry. Because there are plenty of people that found it quite moving. Stand that like we're only seeing parts of the performance that if you were there live, it might have been like really anticlimactic, etc. But I just find this specific type of reaction to Justin's performance kind of odd. When you get to the level of people like Justin Bieber and Britney Spears, people aren't necessarily going just to see them perform like they always did. It is something different for a legend like Justin Bieber. It is something different for a legend like Britney Spears. Sorry, they're allowed to get away with more things. Like, what do you want? They've proven their worth. It just kind of irritates me because it feels like people are continuing to insist you prove your worth, you prove your worth. Especially coming from people like Katy Perry. Like, I think conceptually, it was really beautiful. Seems like people nowadays don't like deep stuff. I think it's a gift that Justin is sharing this part of his journey with us. Sometimes people forget that art isn't always for you. Sometimes it's for the artist. Art, entertainment.